మీ ఆమ్మకు హురియా ఉమర్ ఫురేక తయారు కొట్ఫావా ప్రోగ్రామ్
Vaahakayo Vaahakayo mihadu ingresi Vaahakayo kudin kiya Vaahakayo ibrat teri Vaahakayo.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं दोस्त नूहा आएंगे में बदल कोल्ली। वाहकयो वाहकयो कुदिं किया वाहकयो अहालु मुन्ना फाली बेबे नुंतेरी वाहकयो. ಮೇದು ಸ್ವರ ರೀತಿದೆ ವಾಹಕ ಗೆಣಸ್ತೇನ ಫುರ್ತಮ್ಮಿ ಗೆಣಸ್ತೆ ವಾಹಕಾಗ ನಮಕಿ ಸೋಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ವಿವಾಹಕ ಲಿಯೋನಿ ತಾಜುದ್ದೇನ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಅಶಗ್ಯ ದಾರಿವರು ಫಾತ್ಮತ್ ರುಹಾ ವಾಹಕ ತಿಕುದಿನ್ನ ಕಿಯಾದೇನಿ ತಾಜುದ್ದೇನ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಫಾಹೆಗ್ಗೆ ಆಮಿನತ್ ಹುದಾ.
Soul sister. Melanie and Ruby are the best of friends. Not a single person in their little town have seen them apart. Always laughing and always helping people, these two girls who just turned 12 are loved by everyone. They both were very different from each other but got along perfectly well. Melanie was athletic and she loved all the sports. She loved the loud applause of the audience when she won. Since she worked out a lot to keep in shape, Melanie had a body that girls envied. Ruby, on the other hand, was a bit plump and she never did sports. She was always excused from PE and no one ever knew why. On one fateful day, Melanie had a competition with her rival. Unfortunately, Melanie lost and boy, she was very upset about it. She never knew the bitter taste of losing. Ruby, being a supportive best friend, gave Melanie a hug and asked her to cheer up. This pushed Melanie over the edge and the rage bubbled over. She pushed Ruby back, tears stinging her eyes. Melanie yelled, "You don't know what I feel. You are fat and you can't even play a game right." Not waiting for a reply, she spun on her heel and dashed home. After a long shower and some ice cream, Melanie realized that she shouldn't have said such harsh words to her. Guiltily, she picked up her phone and dialed Ruby's number. The news she got made her weak to the knees. Quickly, she grabbed her coat and ran to the hospital. Apparently, Ruby had collapsed due to her weak heart. She had a heart murmur. Everything finally made sense to Melanie. Ruby couldn't play sports, and Melanie had rubbed it in Ruby's face. She burst into Ruby's room and started crying, pleading for Ruby's forgiveness, which she happily granted. Always remember that your best friend will always stand beside you even though hard times.
තිකුදින්ගවස් මිකහල රට්ටේකුදින් තිබේත.
Soul sister. The moral of this story is always remember that your best friend will always stand beside you, even through hard times.
අද එවාහක ගෙනස්තේනම් දෙම්මිය වාහකයාගේ නමකි එන්ෂාන්ටඩ් ෆොරස්ට්. මේ වාහක ලියුණි තාජුදීන් ස්කූල්ගේ ග්‍රේඩ් අශක්ගේ ෆාතිමත් නෂායා නාසිම්. වාහක කියා දෑනි තාජුදීන් ස්කූල්ගේ ග්‍රේඩ් 5ගේ සර්ෆ් මාජිද්.
The Enchanted Forest. Arya is a girl who loves to explore. She goes hiking every year. So Arya decided to go hiking next week with some professionals. At dawn she packed a few things and left. She decided to go to a forest that was far away from her home. While she was hiking, she saw a very unusual creature with blue and a little pinkish wings. So she followed the creature, but later she lost it. She tried to find her way back, but she was lost. Arya closed her eyes for a moment and opened them. She saw a beautiful place which looked like a garden. She looked around and she found the forest different from the other forest she has been. She took the map and tried to figure out the place she was, but the map doesn't show any place like that. At the same time, her navigator wasn't working either. She tried to take a closer look, but then a boy out of nowhere stood in front of her. That boy looked like he was 17 years old. He had grey, straight and long hair. His eyes were dark red and his teeth looked the same as a vampire. For a moment, he got very scared. Before he asked who she was, she told her name and that she was lost. But the boy looked amazed for some other reason. How can you see this place? This is no place for humans. You shouldn't be here. From these words, Arya knew that this boy was not a human. Arya asked him who he was. He said that he was a mystical guardian of the forest and that he protects the forest and the animals living there, and blew some powdered stuff at her and she fainted. When she woke up, she was at her house. Her parents came and told her that she fainted while hiking, but no one mentioned her being lost. After a few days, Arya visited the forest again and looked for all the places she has been while she was lost. For a while she thought she saw a place, but it felt like it disappeared. She did not find anything and never met the boy. She never knew why she could see the place.
මේ වාහක කිහින අඩුවයි තුන්දොත්ති තිබේ.
Enchanted Forest. The moral of this story is don't go far away from home and wander off alone.
Vaahakayo Vaahakayo kudinkiya Vaahakayo Iburatteri Vaahakayo Benunteri Vaahakayo. මිහා හිසාබුන් තාජුදීන් ස්කූල්ගේ කූදෙන් ගෙනස්තෙමුන් ෑ වාහකතම් මිනිමුණි නොහ උම්මීදු කුරම් මි මාච්මහු මිගෙනස්තින් වාහකතත් තිකුදින්න රීතිවිකම් ති උරිහා කුදින්න වරං උෆාවෙරි දුවස්තකකං එද වස්සලාම අලයිකුම්.
Vaahakayo Vaahakayo mihadu ingresi Vaahakayo kudinkiya Vaahakayo iburatteri Vaahakayo.